Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by for the Ag Report. Well, many Montana farmers are bringing in a bumper crop this year after moisture conditions finally improved. Trevor Woolery, who farms in northern Hill County raising winter wheat, barley and mustard, told me they had their share of challenges, but as they're wrapping up harvest, the crops have turned out pretty strong.
Conditions in the fall were tough and dry. We were fortunate to catch a couple showers end of August, early September. Honestly, one of the better winter wheat crops we've had. We did have to reseed 45% of those winter wheat acres due to water runoff at Easter. It was a late spring due to the winter coming off, but barley, we'd seeded that on the 28th of April, and it's probably the best barley crop this farm's had ever. All in all, pretty good year.
Well, Wyoming Representative Harriet Hageman is bringing forth legislation to challenge the USDA's mandate requiring the use of electronic ID ear tags for breeding cattle transported across state lines. Hageman says there are numerous concerns with the rule, from cost to privacy of data to the legality of USDA implementing it.
I have introduced a bill through the appropriations process to defund the USDA's effort to enforce a mandatory RFID. Regardless of what USDA is saying, the cost of this is going to be astronomical. We do not want to any further vertically integrate our food supply, and we do not want to limit the number of people who can be in this industry.
Well, thanks for joining us this morning. We'll see you back here shortly for the markets.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought. There always is. There's always going to be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. But it's become evident is, what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us back here for the Ag Report. USDA finally offered a bullish cattle on feed report. Total inventory at 2% under last year and marketing's down 5%. We're close to expectations, but we were pleasantly surprised by placements, down 8% from a year ago when they were expected to be down just 5%. Placements had been higher the last two reports as drought in the Corn Belt brings cattle to feed early, and we've seen increased imports from Mexico. But as the placements turn lower, it points to tighter cattle numbers for quite a while into the future. That report, along with lower corn, allowed the cattle futures to open the week with strong gains. Now, cash cattle trade was down $1 on the average last week. Live sales at $185 and dress 2 lower at $294. In day one of the Northern Livestock video sale, we saw light 4-weight steers sell at $392. Those Wagyu influence calves setting a lot of the highs. 5 to 5.5 weight steers mostly $308 to $322. Upper 5 weights bringing $281 to $303. About 7,000 head of lambs sold on the video for fall delivery. 75 to 95 pound lambs ranging $222 to $236. And the wheat market back in the red with double-digit losses. The market has focused on Russia's record large exports, ignoring drought that's threatening crops in Argentina, Australia, and Canada. And monsoon rains may cause India to be a net importer of wheat this year. Well, that's going to do it for today's report. Thanks for joining us and have a good one.